Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Well, today is Foundation Friday. Just so happens that I have a new foundation video going up today, and that is the new one from Makeup Forever. This is their new HD Skin Foundation. And now this foundation comes in, where are my notes? A little note card here. This foundation comes in 40 different shades and it does retail for $43. You do get 1.01 ounces of product. Now, I picked up the shade. This is the bottle, by the way. Love the packaging on it. But I picked up the shade 1N06. Now, I am going to insert swatches of this foundation next to other foundations that I have in my stash. Those swatches are going to be indoors and outdoors, both with and without flash, and that'll come after the application portion of the video. I will, of course, have timestamps, and you can just skip around to whatever parts interest you. But let me give you a little bit of details about this new one from Makeup Forever. So the shade that I have says it's good for fair skin with neutral undertones. I will say, and I just mentioned this in the day 2 portion, because I just finished filming the day 2 like check-in, the 1 hour check-in, but I feel like this one, even though it's a neutral undertone, it leans a little bit more on the peach side. So I'm just gonna say it. I say it in the video, later in the video, but I'm gonna say it up front. Go in and get shade matched if you can. These are available already in store. I kind of feel like maybe some of the shades aren't going to be true to what they say. So just throwing that out there. Now, this foundation is going to provide a medium coverage with a natural finish, exactly what I love in a foundation. It's supposed to be long wearing, and it is also supposed to be waterproof. It also says that it's going to give our skin a smoothing effect, a blurring effect, if you will, and it is going to be good for normal, oily, and combination skin. I am a normal to oily skin type, so I have high expectations for this one. The last Makeup Forever foundation I tried, which was the Watertone foundation, which was almost a year ago exactly, did not work out great for me. So I'm excited for this one. I really am. I really hope that I can find a good, reliable Makeup Forever foundation, because truth be told, guys, this is the only Makeup Forever product that I have in my stash. So I want it to work. Does it say how long this is good after an opening? It says it's good for 12 months after opening. Now, a couple of their call outs about this product, it does say that it's going to blur imperfections for 24 hours, which I am not wearing my foundation for 24 hours. We're going to do a day 1 8-hour wear test, and we're going to do a day 2, which is today, a 12-hour wear test. So nowhere near that 24 mark, unfortunately, and I hope you don't have to wear your makeup for that long either. It also says it's going to provide radiance for 24 hours and moisture for 24 hours. So, I mean, everything sounds great. It sounds like stuff I love. Just to give you a bit of a background on myself, in case this is your first time watching one of my foundation reviews, welcome. So happy to have everybody here. But I am 39 years old, and I have normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone, with my nose being the oiliest place on my face. I tend to go more for foundations with medium to full coverage, and I definitely love a natural finish. I want to have a nice, healthy glow, but I want to be matte in my T-zone. I'm not opposed to trying anything, guys. I've been trying powder foundations lately, a lot of skin tints lately, and now I see that we're coming back to more medium to full coverage. I like that. I just like to try anything and everything related to complexion products like foundation and concealer, which I will be kind of doing just a mini wear test of the new KVD Good Apple concealer, just because I wasn't able to do a dedicated video on it. So you're going to see me wear this concealer in both days. On day 1, I am not going to be wearing either of these products with any powder, no primer, no setting spray, nothing, just the foundation and the concealer for 8 hours. And then in day 2, which is today, I obviously have it on with the rest of my makeup, and I will touch on all of that as we get through the video. So that's how it's going to go, guys. Of course, all of the makeup that I'm using, both on and off camera, will be linked in the description box of today's video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's dive on into it, guys. If y'all want to see this new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation in action for the next 2 days, keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's start applying this foundation. Today on day one, this is a day where I don't wear it with any helping products. I don't wear it with primer, powder, setting spray. I'm not going to add anything else but concealer. And actually maybe I won't even do setting powder under my eye area. So because I am, where is it? I am still trying out this new KVD Good Apple Concealer. So yeah, I think I'll just go powderless today. But here is the foundation. You give it a good shake. Now I like the packaging. I think the packaging is cute. Got a pump there. At the time that I'm filming this application portion, I haven't even swatched this yet. So that's what 2 pumps looks like. So I'm gonna do half of my face with a makeup brush, my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, and the other half I'll do with a damp beauty sponge. Now there is fragrance. I can smell it. Let's see how that goes when I start applying. Okay, so I do smell it, but it is going away rather quickly. So just in case, I know a lot of you don't want fragrance anywhere near your skincare or your makeup products. Totally understandable. So this does have fragrance. And I think the shade looks really good. Now this is the area where I would typically build up coverage right here on the sides of my cheeks. This does say it's going to give us a medium coverage with a natural finish, which is exactly what I look for in a foundation. What do I have in my hair? Okay, so this is what it looks like with foundation, without foundation. I think it looks pretty good. I like the coverage, I like the finish, and that's how much I have left. I would say I have about a pump left. Let me get my damp beauty sponge. I think this one is also from BK Beauty. I don't really like the way it's going on with the sponge. I definitely think it is taking away the coverage. And it's just soaking up too much product. And that's how much I have left. So I think I'm going to put the sponge down. Go back in with my brush. This BK Beauty brush is just perfect. I love it. My favorite foundation brush. I like that you can just stipple. See what I'm doing? Just pressing the product in. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more to the back of my hand. And I'm gonna add my coverage right here. Well, I'm liking this. I mean, I think this looks really nice. I'm liking the coverage. I definitely love the finish. I love a natural finish. Okay, well, I think this looks really nice. Let me take a closer look. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks good. It's not sitting on top of the skin at all. It's not accentuating any texture. I do have large pores into here. I have a little bit of blemishes going on. And it covered them. I like this. So I'm gonna just add some of the KVD concealer. What shade am I in this one? Light 105. And I'm only adding it to my under eye area. Alright guys, so this is how the complexion is looking. This is how it's going to stay for the next 7, possibly 8 hours. I will be back in a few hours to give you the first check-in. We'll see how things have gone. I don't even know that I'm going to put brows on. I don't know, I'll probably do brows, maybe a little bit mascara. And then of course at the end of the day to give you a final look at this day 1 of the new Makeup Forever HD Skin foundation. I have high expectations, so stay tuned so we can see how it does. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here with this new Makeup Forever foundation. Also, you know, trying out the KVD Good Apple Concealer. I will say that this concealer, and I have no powder on my face, no primer, no powder, no nothing, has definitely settled into my fine lines, like really settled into my fine lines. The foundation does feel tacky still, and it's looking makeup-y, like into here. It kind of settled into the little fine line I have right here, and it just, look, I have hair sticking to me. It looks makeup-y. I mean, from a distance, it looks okay, but when you get up close and really start looking at it, yeah. I have a feeling this is gonna do much better tomorrow when I wear it with the rest of the helping products, but I'm gonna be wearing it for a few more hours. I think I'm gonna get a good 8-hour wear test today. Tomorrow we'll definitely be doing a 12-hour wear test, and I will check in with you though later this evening before I wash this off. All right, guys, this is the 8-hour check-in. We're about like 10 minutes shy of the 8-hour check-in. But this is how the complexion is looking. So I have more of a glow going on. I definitely think my oils have come through. Really do not like this concealer without setting powder. So I'm definitely going to use it tomorrow, but with setting powder. And you know, the foundation, it's breaking up around here. This is where I have my larger pores, and I think you can clearly see that. You can definitely see the oil coming through my nose. The nose is the oiliest place on my face, but then of course my forehead. And it's just, you know, it's looking makeup-y. I like the coverage. I like the shade. I like the way it applied. I definitely think this is going to be a foundation that for me and my normal to oily skin is going to work so much better tomorrow when I use primer and powder and setting spray. That's typically what happens in these foundation reviews. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that, you know, I wasn't able to do a full 10-hour wear test, because normally I do 2-day 10-hour wear tests when I do foundation reviews and stuff. But definitely limited on time today. But, you know, it wasn't going to get any better. It was only gonna get worse if I had prolonged this to 10 hours. So I think this gives you a good feel for how it's gonna perform if you have full-on oily skin or normal skin. I think you're definitely gonna find, well, I'm hoping that tomorrow looks better. We'll see, but I don't feel like this is gonna be something that you can wear on its own. Now, those of you with dry skin, I don't know. It didn't really say that this was intended for people with dry skin, so I'm gonna leave it up to you if you want to try it. We'll find out tomorrow though. But first day, initial impression, I like the way it looked earlier in the day, but already now 8 hours in, I was expecting something better. So I will check in with you all in the morning. Once I've applied my makeup, I'll let you know what products I went in with. And then of course I will do my periodic check-ins throughout the day and give you my final thoughts tomorrow evening. Hey guys, good morning. I just applied the foundation right here, Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation, and I wanted to just quickly share with you some of the products that I went in with. For primer, I decided to use a gripping primer, so I went in with e.l.f. Power Grip. And then for powder, one of my favorites, Nikkia Joy Cosmetics, a Velvet Loose Finishing Powder. And for concealer, still trying the KVD, and I did set my under eye area today with that Nikkia Joy powder. For setting spray, one of my favorites from Moira, this is the Microdot Setting Spray. Bronzer, Physicians Formula Matte. For the perimeter of my face, I use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop pressed powder in the shade Light. And for blush, the new one from Too Faced, the Femme blush. Love this one. This is my favorite thing from that collection. A little bit of Wet n Wild as like a cheek blush topper. The new Maybelline Green Edition mascara. And I think that's it. Oh, my lipstick is one of the new Fenty Icon lipsticks in the shade Grill Master. This is one of my favorite shades out of the 10. And this is how the complexion is looking. I love it. I have no complaints. The only thing I will say is that when I was doing the swatches yesterday, I did notice that this is supposed to be a neutral undertone, but I felt like there was a little bit more peach in it. So I would think go into the store and maybe get shade match, because they do have these available already in store in Sephora, because I feel like some of the rest of the shades, their undertones might be a bit skewed, just because mine I feel like it has a significant amount of peach in it. So I think once I have it on, I think maybe it's a slight bit too dark, but I'm making it work. I love the way my makeup looks right now. I love the way the complexion looks, but it still has about, what, 11 more hours to go. This is a 12-hour wear test today, so I will be back during my lunch break to show you guys how the complexion is looking, and of course at the end of the day to give you guys my final thoughts, the full review on this new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here on this day 2 wear test. I think everything looks really good. I don't really have any complaints right now. I think the foundation, it looks great. It feels great. It's definitely not tacky the way it was at this point yesterday. That is obviously because I'm wearing it with a full face of makeup, especially powder. But I love the coverage. I think everything just looks really good. I will say that on the KVD concealer, I feel like it, even with the powder, it kind of does settle into fine lines a little bit. I don't know. I'm not completely blown away. I do like the coverage. I like the consistency of it, but I don't know. Maybe I just need to keep trying it with different setting powders and stuff. But so far so good, guys. I mean, no complaints. Much better check-in today than yesterday, but I will be back at the end of the day to wrap up this 2-day 12-hour wear test today, and we'll see if this new Makeup Forever and the KVD Good Apple Concealer are going to be winners. All right, guys, this is the 12-hour check-in with this new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. This is what the complexion is looking like. Now, on the concealer, I don't really feel like there's been a major change from the 5-hour mark to now the 12-hour mark. I think it looks pretty much the same. I'm still going to have to experiment with it. I do like the coverage. I like the formula, the consistency. I even like the shade. Actually, I wish I had gone a shade up, a little darker, but I'm going to make it work. And I think it's going to be a good concealer. I really do. I mean, it did settle a little bit into the fine lines, even with the powder, but I'm going to keep trying it with different powders and see how it works. But so far, you know, it's okay. It's not bad. I think if you were considering it or wanting to pick up that KVD Good Apple Concealer, it might be a good option for you. The foundation. Okay, so the foundation I feel is a very lightweight foundation. It is a liquid consistency. I do think that the shade, the undertone at least, is a little bit off. Again, I feel like mine was just a little more peach leaning than what I thought it should have been, because I had a neutral undertone, or this is a neutral undertone foundation. As far as the coverage, I love the coverage. I love how it applied with the foundation brush. My favorite is the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush. That is my Ride or Die foundation brush, and I definitely like the way it applied with that better than the damp beauty sponge. As far as how it wore today, I think it did much better today than it did yesterday. For me and my normal to oily skin, this is definitely going to be a foundation that I'm going to want to wear a gripping primer or a mattifying primer, and I'm also going to want to set my face, my T-zone especially, in order to get that longevity out of the foundation. I think that out of all the Makeup Forever foundations that I have tried, and it's been quite a few, I think this is the one I like the most. And that is saying a lot. I definitely think, for me at least, and in my stash, Makeup Forever redeemed itself from last year with that water tone foundation. That foundation did nothing for me. It was a disaster. But this one, I feel, looks pretty good, and I don't feel like I got excess oily at all. I was wearing a mask on and off throughout the day, and I don't really see any major rub off or anything. There's a little bit of breaking up right here on my chin, and a little bit around my nose. My oil starting to come through it. It's been 12 hours, but I still think the complexion looks beautiful. It feels good. It feels good. It feels so much better today with the powder and the primer than it did yesterday just by itself. By itself, for me, yesterday was, no, I didn't like the way it was feeling. My hair was sticking to my face. No. If you're gonna get this one, highly recommend
then that you lightly set it or set it, wear it the way you normally would your foundation, and I think you're gonna like it. As far as for those of you with dry skin, I don't see why you wouldn't like it either. I don't feel like it clinged to any patches, like texture or anything like that. I don't feel it accentuated any pores. Today that I set it, I don't feel like it settled into like any fine lines or anything. I mean, I'm really happy. I looked at myself in my simple human mirror, thought everything looked the way it should for this point during the day. But now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you thought. I know a lot of you were anxiously awaiting this foundation review, and I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if this is something that you're going to pick up or if you're going to pass. I am going to give the new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation 2 thumbs up. Pleasantly surprised, and I'm happy that this worked out for me because I was waiting for a good foundation from Makeup Forever, and I found it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.